Now at 6 on WKYT this morning, Kentucky's proposed budget battle will wait on Governor Matt Bevin's desk for final approval. We'll take a look at the details of the proposed budget ahead.
And after a devastating fire in Winchester, the community there is hoping something positive can come from it. Two groups are teaming up to give out free smoke detectors.
And in Clay County, family members of a missing woman are pleading for help. Police haven't found her yet, but her family isn't giving up hope. That story ahead on WKYT this morning.
This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Sean Moody.
And I'm Meredith Jones. And boy, I'm excited because today it's going to be gorgeous.
Yeah, it was a great day yesterday, and it sounds like more of the same today. Mike Linden is standing by in the First Alert Weather Center. And basically, what's the message? Just get outside right now?
Maybe not so much right now. I mean, it's still a little dark outside, but things are going to improve really quickly. Not to mention our temperatures already this morning across the state from Breathitt County to Lexington to Frankfort are pretty comfortable in the mid to low 50s and upper 40s as we get started right now. But look at Defender. Not a thing going on. There will be hardly any cloud cover into our afternoon as well. Again, those temperatures right now, they are well on their way to being very pleasant as we head into our afternoon. The coldest spot out there, Wayne County at 39 degrees. That's just because of the clear skies that we have seen overnight last night and into this morning. But as we get into the afternoon, if you have been waiting around for spring, it looks like you will finally be paid off in a sense for waiting for so long, because spring has sprung, and in a major way. Coming up in about 10 minutes, I'll show you how warm will go and how sunny will stay this weekend.
All right, Mike, thank you. This morning, Kentucky's proposed budget will wait on Governor Matt Bevin's desk for final approval.
Yeah, it came down to the wire, but lawmakers have given their final approval to a proposed budget. WKYT's Mike Byer is at the live desk with the specifics.
A sigh of relief spread throughout the state capitol yesterday following the General Assembly's near unanimous approval of a budget that will run state government for the next 2 years. The Senate unanimously passed the budget yesterday afternoon. The House waiting until nearly 10 o'clock last night before they passed it 98-1. The budget puts nearly $1.3 billion back into the state's ailing pension systems and $125 million into new pension permanent fund. In a statement, Governor Bevin said he's proud that the state is investing more in state pensions. He called it, quote, the right and necessary thing to do. He said in the coming days he'll review the details of the final budget bill. Now, Kentucky's Constitution says the 60-day session must end April 15th, so if the governor vetoes any lines in the budget, it's too late for the General Assembly to try to override those vetoes. But House Speaker Greg Stumbo says that won't matter, because even if they had the time, it's unlikely they'd have the numbers to override them anyway. Now, coming up at 6:30, we'll take a look at how the budget impacts education. At the live desk, Mike Byer, WKYT.
Mike, thank you. The House and Senate also passed a bill that will allow the urban county government to raise hotel tax rates here in Lexington by more than 2%. That money will help pay for a $250 million expansion of the Lexington Center. And Governor Bevin has indicated that he will sign that bill.
Lawmakers also passed a bill that would change the state driver's licenses so Kentuckians can meet federal requirements for boarding flights. The bill updates licenses so they'll comply with the Federal Real ID Act. Now, anyone without one of the new driver's licenses by 2020 will not be able to board a domestic flight.
And lawmakers approved a proposal that would require Kentucky high school graduates who qualify for free community college tuition but end up with bad grades to pay back some of the money.
And you can keep up with the latest on the legislature on our website at WKYT.com. Or you can download our news app for free in the Apple or Google Play Store.
In eastern Kentucky, police are trying to figure out what led up to a shooting. This morning, we know that 2 people are dead and another injured. The shooting happened just before 9 o'clock last night near a pizza place in the Hueysville community of Floyd County. Kentucky State Police said they found 3 people there shot. A viewer who wished to remain anonymous sent us this picture of the scene. We know the coroner was called out there and 2 people were confirmed dead there at the scene. Now, according to Kentucky State Police, the 3rd person was taken to a local hospital. We don't know that person's condition this morning, and that shooting is still under investigation.
A central Kentucky community is hoping a tragic loss can help save other lives. 3 people died last month in a fire at a Winchester apartment building. Today, the Winchester Fire Department is teaming up with Kentucky Farm Bureau to give out free smoke detectors. Now, you can sign up for one at the Farm Bureau's Ag Safety Day later this morning.
We just thought this would be a good thing to add to the safety day. You know, if we give out 250 smoke detectors, it saves one life. We've done our job.
The Ag Safety Day will be held from 10 until 2 today at the Rural King on Bypass Road in Winchester.
In Clay County, family members of a missing woman are pleading for help. 30-year-old Angela Smith hasn't been seen since March 12th. Her older sister, Donna Fryman, said she grew concerned about Smith when no one had heard from her on Easter. Fryman went to police that day and found out that Smith's home on Little Creek Road had burned to the ground days earlier. Smith lived at the home with her boyfriend, and state police say they've had cadaver dogs there at the site, but found nothing suspicious. The family says they're not giving up in their search.
Not knowing that we'll ever get to see her again, it's just always on our minds. It's never going to leave till we get some answers.
Police aren't sure if Smith's disappearance and that fire are tied together. Smith's boyfriend has been interviewed several times, but no arrests have been made.
A former Southern Kentucky police chief has pleaded guilty again. A judge sent Robbie Gossett, the former Science Hill police chief, to jail on Monday after rejecting his plea deal, saying Gossett wasn't specific enough in explaining how he stole money from the city. Back in court yesterday, Gossett was more specific on what happened to the $30,000 he took over a year-and-a-half period. The judge sentenced him to 2 years in prison, but he won't have to serve the time as long as he pays restitution and meets other requirements of a pretrial diversion program.
In Wayne County, state police are trying to figure out what led up to a deadly shooting. The coroner says 28-year-old Jonathan Paget was brought to the Wayne County Hospital last night with a gunshot wound. He later died from his injuries. The coroner says Paget was found at a home on Old Highway 90 north of Monticello. An autopsy was scheduled yesterday, but no results have been released yet.
We're learning more about what caused the deaths of a Kentucky woman and a Tennessee man in a Gatlinburg hot tub. According to preliminary autopsy reports, investigators say Myra Smith Findell and John Levin could have died from a possible drowning. Now, they say neither had specific trauma or injury. Investigators say Smith Findell had cardiovascular disease and both had enlarged hearts and fatty liver disease. The two were found dead last weekend in the hot tub of a Gatlinburg rental cabin. Smith Findell was from Corbin.
Lexington Restaurant Week is coming back this summer. All the best restaurants in the Bluegrass will get another chance to show off their best stuff from July 21st through the 30th. The 10-day event is all about showcasing locally owned businesses. Chefs will cook up a $26 prefixed multi-course dinner every day, and restaurants with lower price points will offer 2 for $26. This year, $1 of every special meal is going to LexArts. A lot of good eating out there.
I know, that sounds good already.
Can't wait. It is 6:08 now on your Saturday morning, and we are just getting started here.
That's right. She's the first woman ever to be named Lexington's fire chief, and from people to pets, she loves rescuing them all. We've got Chief Kristen Chilton's story ahead on WKYT this morning.
Looking good already this morning, even though things are dark in the Bluegrass. But coming up, if you've been waiting for spring, it has finally arrived. I'll show you why coming up.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with Mike Linden.
Good morning and welcome back to WKYT This Morning. And this morning happens to be wonderful compared to how we have felt lately, because if you've been waiting around for spring to finally get here, it's here. And if you don't believe me, all you need to do is just wait a few more hours. Right now in Lexington, 55 degrees. To put it into perspective, for the opening of Keeneland, the spring meet this year, the high temperature was in the lower 40s. It's just past 6 o'clock this morning, and it's 55 degrees already in Lexington. So we are well on our way to some beautiful temperatures as we head into our afternoon. Here's Defender. This isn't a loop. There's nothing wrong with your TV. This is legit. There's not anything going on this morning, whether it be precipitation or cloud cover. We look to our west, a stationary front acting like a wall, essentially, just keeping everything to the west of it. You can see how those showers are trying to get by, but they're just not. They're staying west of that front, pretty much cutting the state of Nebraska there. And essentially, this pattern is just locked up and will remain so for the next several days. We'll have warm air to the east of that front and the cold air to the west of it as temperatures stay about 5 to near 15 degrees above normal. Sunny and dry conditions prevail. Now we look at our temperatures. Again, Lexington 55, a few spots and pockets of cooler air. Boyle County 46, 45 in Pulaski and Wayne County. Our friends there starting out at 39 degrees. So as we get through the morning hours, you will see things beginning to even out a little bit. And once we get into the middle of our day today, boy, the sky is the limit. Back to the mid to low 70s, hardly any cloud cover out there. It really does look like a wonderful day to spend some time outside or even into this evening as temperatures barely cool off and settle into the upper 60s for 8 o'clock tonight. The next few days are really no different. Getting back into the mid 70s again tomorrow afternoon. And then as we work our way into Monday as well, really not too much changing. In fact, maybe even a little bit warmer. A few spots might even make a run at the lower 80s as we head into Monday afternoon. So the only real threat to the weather the next few days will be the pollen. Of course, sunny and dry conditions with some winds out there. Well, certainly that is going to keep the pollen count quite high, not only today, but tomorrow and Monday as well. Oak, maple, and birch, the three big players of that. So if you've been waiting for a great 7-day forecast, well, here it is. You really can't argue much. The next several days, sunny and warm, especially so into Monday. The only real bump in the forecast there will be as we get into the second half of the work week and that stationary front gives way. Could potentially at that point see some showers and thunderstorms to close out the work week. But it is spring. You expect to see that, right?
Almost hitting 80 on Monday. Wow.
You know, a lot of people have been waiting for it, and this has been an odd spring, and we're getting what we deserve, I think, at this point.
But this is a nice spot to be at, though. I feel like, you know, it's not too hot, not too cold. It's that perfect
Goldilocks weather.
That's what they say.
Thanks, Mike.
All right, when WKYT returns.
Less than 1% of the Lexington Fire Department's sworn non-civilian personnel are women, and one is now chief. We'll take a look at Chief Kristen Chilton's story coming up on WKYT this morning. Tonight's Powerball jackpot is $205 million, and Tuesday night's Mega Millions jackpot is $89 million.
Kentucky mornings start here. You're watching WKYT This Morning.
Welcome back, 6:17 now on your Saturday, and it's been a busy time for the chief of Lexington's fire department. The first woman to ever fill the role is putting in long days adjusting to the new position.
It's historic for the city, but as our Miranda Combs found out in this WKYT exclusive, she's been a helper all of her life, so this role makes perfect sense.
Our heartfelt congratulations are offered to our new chief, Kristen Chilton.
There is the obvious. She's a woman. In fact, she's the first woman ever to be named fire chief of Lexington. But if you ask her, being here was never part of her plan.
I was the only child, so all my little siblings were always pets.
Come on in.
Being here was her passion.
Hey, kitty kitties! And I mean, I dressed them. My very first cat was a solid black, long hair. And she got dressed in doll clothes and got put in doll strollers and all kinds of stuff.
Right now, she's working 14-hour days as chief.
So, I love you. I'm so proud of you.
But the reason she's in the business of saving lives is because she spent her life saving these.
So what do you want?
Get me 0.25 of the splash block. We've been through some squirrely situations before, and she's always kept her head.
Kristen Chilton is a certified vet tech.
In fact, sometimes I feel guilty that I haven't paid her.
Dr. Liz and Chilton have known each other for 15 years, taking care of animals all over central Kentucky. They giggle a lot, but that's what happens when you've been through a lot.
Sometimes we have good moments together, sometimes we have sad moments together, and sometimes we have fun together, but we still all work together to get what we need to do to get the job done.
Because she's watched her take her passion for helping animals and apply it to helping people.
Thank you.
Chilton says when she realized the schooling that would go into being a vet,
I'm right here.
she decided this class was a better fit.
And this is my class. 10.
10 left from your class.
10 out of 26 left. Yep.
She says being chief wasn't something she aspired to.
Engine 5 and 220's on, show me 97.
It's the trucks and front lines and the brotherhood she loves.
But I saw a really cool t-shirt not too long ago, and it highlighted the word brotherhood, and in the middle of the word brotherhood is her. And it was her, and it said that within brotherhood there is her.
And for her past 23 years with this team, she's experienced the good and the pain that comes with service.
But it also shows you that even with tragedy, you know, there's recovery.
It's been some time now since she's fought from the front lines, climbing a different ladder that keeps her behind a desk.
You have to do the work to support the people on the line that are still doing those jobs, because you have to do this to allow them to do what they do. But you don't feel like you're really making a difference in being a member of the fire department anymore. And that's a really hard transition. You know it's necessary, but it's really hard.
And she doesn't have as much time to spend back here, where she says her job parallels her hobby.
She's the one who taught me buggy means ambulance. I didn't know that.
Inside this room, this badge doesn't make sense. But once you know the story behind it, you realize that the person wearing it is helping, which is exactly what she's meant to do.
And then he will wake up here shortly.
Very cool.
Wow, what a compassionate woman.
Yeah, nice to see, you know, whether it's animals or people or, you know, whatever, always helping someone.
Yeah.
6:21 now on your Saturday morning. There's still more to come.
That's right, sports is next.
It is all about basketball when we come back. The Jordan Brand Classic with several future Wildcats. We also have the Derby Festival that has a very important and special Wildcat, maybe the best recruit of them all. I'll tell you what I'm talking about coming up next.
And while ball is life, life's pretty good when the spring is finally here. Sunny weather looks like all weekend long. I'll show you what to expect coming up. Welcome back. Things are beautiful this morning, and it looks like it'll get even better as we head into your afternoon. Look at Defender. There's nothing wrong with the radar imagery this morning. There's just nothing going on, whether it be precipitation, cloud cover. Things are quiet, very quiet this morning, but there's really nothing inconspicuous going on. We look off to our west, a stationary front doing exactly what its name entails, just keeping everything to the west of us. If we put it into this perspective, you can really see how there is a very, very distinct line there between the warm air to the east of it and the cooler air to the west of it. And right now, Kentucky is stuck right in the path of that warm air coming in from the south and southeast. That's really going to give us a beautiful afternoon today. If you've been making excuses about mowing your lawn, you have no excuse today, tomorrow, even Monday, as things look to stay sunny and quite dry the next few days. Getting into the lower 70s for our daytime highs out there today. In some spots, the mid-70s. And look at 8 o'clock this evening. This is how you really know that the day ahead is going to be great. 8 o'clock tonight, 69 degrees. That's room temperature. Things are looking great. Really, really great to spend some time outside finally. Brian Milam is back in next with all things Kentucky sports.
A pretty big part of the future of Kentucky basketball on display last night in the Jordan Brand Classic at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. And it did not take Bam Adebayo very long to get going. He's out on the break with the slam for the East team. Future UK point guard De'Aaron Fox will dribble in, knock down the short jumper. He played much better this time than he did up in Chicago. He had 23. Everybody wondering about Marquis Bolden. Well, he said in the pregame interview he's still undecided. He'll make a decision Sunday. Miles Bridges, the nice pass to Malik Monk for the slam. Monk finished with 22 on the night. He would also hit this extremely long three-pointer. That's about 26 feet out. We go to the second half, and one more slam for Big Bam. The East goes on to win it 131-117. Malik Monk and De'Aaron Fox, they are co-MVPs in the game.
I was just trying to get to the lane. Then my teammates spread the floor real well just to get me open, and I was able to knock down some shots.
Coach Cal told me that he nicknamed me the General because all the recruits that committed after me said they wanted to go to war with me. And, I mean, that's a great compliment coming from my peers and guys that are on top of the world just like me.
In Louisville last night at Freedom Hall, the Derby Festival Classic, and Brad Calipari knocks down 3 3-pointers. Cal's son hit 3 of 6 from the floor. Pretty nice form, pretty nice result. His team would go on to win it 144-132.
I mean, it's just an honor to be able to play here. You know, this is Louisville's old gym, so it's just a great experience all around. It felt a little weird at first just because the atmosphere, you know, bigger gym, but after I got going, I mean, it felt better. I was a little tired from all the traveling, but, you know, I thought I did all right.
Yeah, he did okay, and of course he is the most important recruit, John Calipari's son, coming to Kentucky. That is a look at sports. We hope you enjoy your weekend and enjoy the blue-white spring game later this afternoon. Enjoy it.
Now at 6:30 on WKYT this morning, Kentucky's proposed budget will wait on Governor Matt Bevin's desk for final approval. We'll take a look at the details of that proposed budget ahead.
And a newly released review from the Kentucky Department of Education is raising some concerns about Fayette County public schools. What the review says about the achievement gap in the county ahead.
And in eastern Kentucky, police have arrested a man wanted for a double murder in Florida. Find out how troopers caught that man ahead on WKYT this morning.
This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Sean Moody.
And I'm Meredith Jones. Boy, it's going to be a gorgeous day out there today, guys.
Yeah, absolutely perfect spring weather. Mike Linden is standing by in the First Alert Weather Center. How's it looking this morning, Mike?
Looks pretty good, I'd say. There's not anything going on Defender this morning, whether it be cloud cover, whether it be precipitation. Things are looking great as we get our morning started. We take a look at the temperatures. Pretty comfortable as well. If you're sitting right on that edge of maybe needing a light jacket and not, there are some spots in southern Kentucky that are a little slow to get up this morning, that being Boyle County, Laurel County, Pulaski, and Wayne counties, all sitting in the mid to low 40s and even an upper 30 there in Monticello. Of course, just give it some time here quickly and we will see things begin to warm up. But if you've been waiting around for spring, doesn't look like you'll have to wait around for much longer. Not only are we going to get some wonderful temperatures the next few days, but conditions look pretty good too. There's one slight bump in the 7-day forecast. I'll show you coming up in about 10 minutes.
All right, Mike, thank you. This morning, Kentucky's proposed budget will wait on Governor Matt Bevin's desk for final approval. It
came down to the wire, but lawmakers have given their final approval for proposed budget. WKYT's Mike Byer is at the live desk with the specifics.
The Senate unanimously passed the budget yesterday afternoon. The House waiting until nearly 10 o'clock last night before they passed it 98-1. A big portion of the budget focuses on education. Highlights include increasing preschool eligibility to 200% of the federal poverty level, up from the current 160%. The House was successful in exempting all K-12 programs from any cuts, including family resource and youth services centers, textbooks, and professional development. Meanwhile, colleges and universities are cut by 4.5%. However, this does not involve Kentucky State University due to its budget crisis. The budget includes $25 million over the biennium for the House Work Ready Kentucky Scholarship Program. Now, House leaders say they were pleased with the budget. House leaders say they are pleased the budget has funding for the House Innovative Work Ready Scholarship Program. They say it will increase college enrollment, reduce student debt, and give our businesses a better trained workforce. Now, the House was also successful in maintaining the Powerball promise by returning almost all state lottery proceeds to KEES scholarships and CAP KTG programs. At the live desk, Mike Byer, WKYT.
All right, Mike, thank you. And to keep up with the latest on the legislature, you can get to our website, WKYT.com, or download our news app for free in the Apple or Google Play stores.
A newly released review from the Kentucky Department of Education is now raising some concerns about Fayette County public schools.
And the diagnostic review claims the district office isn't supporting schools as much as it should. That review was ordered after previous audits showed issues at Bryan Station High School. Bryan Station is no longer considered priority status, but the review says the state has found there is an achievement gap in all grades district-wide. The letter from the state said there is, quote, a vast disconnect between the district office and schools in terms of support required to ensure that all students' needs are being met, end quote.
In a statement, Superintendent Manny Kalk said he was not surprised by the findings and, quote, once I release my superintendent's plan next month, we will begin implementing the needed changes with deliberate urgency. A letter from the Education Commissioner says he is confident there will be improvement. The letter says there will be another review 1 year from now, and in the meantime, the district will be monitored. Now, you can read the entire results from this diagnostic review on our website at WKYT.com.
The attorney representing a former Lexington Catholic high school student who says he was harassed and threatened by a classmate over his race now says more former students have come forward with new claims. Attorney Amos Jones says 3 former female students of the school say they reported being sexually harassed or assaulted while at school, and the attorney claims they have evidence. So far, the school has not responded to the latest claims. The NAACP has called for Lexington Catholic high school leaders to resign.
Leaders of Lexington's Jesse Clark Middle School sent letters home to parents about a suspicious man. School leaders say 2 students walking to a bus stop on Wyndham Hills Drive said they noticed a car stopped at an intersection with a ladder sticking out of its sunroof. The students say they then saw the driver throw candy out of the window. They say he didn't say anything to the kids or make eye contact with them. Police are investigating the incident.
We've learned more details about the case against a teenager accused of killing another teenager in Mercer County. Police say they found 17-year-old Tristan Cole shot to death in a field Wednesday night. They've charged a juvenile with murder and robbery. Police have not released his name, but they have said he had a detention hearing yesterday morning, which is similar to an arraignment. He's now at a juvenile detention center in Hardin County. While the case is being handled in juvenile court, right now it could be transferred to circuit court. Emails show Kentucky regulators didn't take action for months after receiving a tip that naturally occurring radioactive waste was being dumped at an Estill County landfill. The Courier-Journal obtained the emails through West Virginia's Open Records Act. Investigators say the waste was brought from West Virginia to Estill County. The emails say a West Virginia bureaucrat tipped off the Kentucky Cabinet for Health and Family Services and the State Energy and Environment Cabinet in July. But it wasn't until January that Kentucky state leaders issued a warning to landfill operators and ordered the company bringing in that waste to stop. In Bath County, road cleanup crews say they're concerned this morning because they're finding more needles. They say in the last few weeks they've come across more than 100 needles along Bath County roads while picking up trash, and they're worried that someone could get hurt. Cleanup crews say they're also finding more trash along the roads. In the first year of the cleanup program, they say they picked up 4,000 bags of trash, but they think that number could get as high as 10,000 this year.
This morning, police need your help finding a man they say broke into a Franklin County couple's home and held them hostage for hours. It happened yesterday morning at a home on Klein Street in Frankfort. The couple managed to free themselves and jump off their back deck to get away from the man. Police say they're looking for Antone Hoskins. He was last seen driving a dark-colored Cadillac or SUV. Authorities are working with the Louisville police, saying a similar situation happened there earlier. A federal program that helped police departments around Kentucky is now back months after being stopped. And a WKYT investigation in February, we told you how many police departments rely on federal asset forfeiture, which allow them to take money and property from the people they arrest in federal cases. They could keep up to 80% of what was seized. The program was stopped in December, but now it's back up and running.
Extremely happy that that the program's back up and going again. Like I said, we've always maintained a federal footprint with some of my officers as far as participating with federal agencies as working these upper and mid-level type investigations as far as drug crimes is concerned.
The Justice Department told the Washington Post while the program was suspended, the financial solvency of it improved enough to where it could begin again.
Yeah, so a story getting a lot of attention right now on WKYT.com. A former amusement park here in Kentucky will be sold at auction next week. A handful of potential buyers inspected the site of the former Guntown Mountain tourist attraction in Cave City ahead of the sale. There have been dozens of inquiries, and Cave City officials closed the site in September for code violations. A judge ordered the April 20th sale as part of foreclosure proceedings. You can read about this story now on WKYT.com.
We have an update this morning on the progress of the long-awaited Centerpoint project in downtown Lexington. The developers told our news partners at the Herald Leader that construction crews have poured concrete for 4 columns of the underground parking garage. And they say work will begin soon on the interior walls of the garage. We're told that there should be finished in about 8 to 10 months. This week, Lexington city leaders extended Centerpoint's building permits for another 30 days. And they say they'll be keeping a close eye on progress at the site.
Coming up on 6:40 now on your Saturday morning, and there's still plenty ahead here on WKYT this morning.
That's right. I mean, people share all kinds of things on social media these days, like a message to help find one adopted woman's biological family. We've got that story ahead on WKYT this morning.
And still waiting on sunshine here in Lexington, but we already know today's going to be something special. Coming up, I'll show you what lies ahead for Lexington and the rest of Kentucky. That's all coming up ahead.
Now, your zone-by-zone forecast with Mike Linden.
Good morning. Welcome back to WKYT this morning. The weekend is finally here, and it looks like finally, if you've been waiting around for sunny, warm conditions, well, you've waited long enough. You'll get your wish later this afternoon. While it might not be necessarily warm this morning at 55 degrees, that's pretty comfortable. It's better than where we've been lately for some daytime highs. Remember, Keeneland, the opening day of spring meet, temperatures were in the lower 40s. That was as good as it got. This is coming up on 7 o'clock this morning. We're already at 55 degrees, so that's pretty good. This is the Defender Radar Network. Not much going on, no clouds, no precipitation. You've really got to love it. There's really not much going on this morning. And if we really take a wide look here, there's really not much going on for Kentucky, Ohio, Indiana, Michigan. Things look wonderful for our little portion of the country. Because if you look out west, it is a little stormier. You can see that stationary front settled off to our west. Well, it's going to do exactly as its name entails. Stay stationary. It's not going to move. It's going to keep everything on the western side of it. And for that reason, things are going to remain locked in for the next couple of days here. That means that the cold air will stay to the west of the front. We'll stay on the eastern warmer side with temperatures well above normal, about 5 to 15 degrees above normal with sunny and dry conditions. Right now, staying for the most part in the mid to low 50s. A few southern spots are a little bit cooler than that. Of course, cooler air has worked its way into that portion of the bluegrass. Pulaski County, Laurel County, Wayne County, a few of those spots waking up to cooler temperatures this morning. But once we get into the afternoon today, with the clear skies and the sunshine that we'll see, most spots are getting back into the 70s today. You can bank on it. Well, back to right around the mid to low 70s today. Lots of sunshine for you. Even up to 8 o'clock tonight, 69 degrees. I mean, that's wonderful. That means you can even be outside even later this evening. If you've been waiting to maybe have people over to hang out in your patio, have a barbecue, tonight's the night. It really does look great for you. As temperatures return to the mid 70s today, and if you miss today, that's okay. Tomorrow looks pretty good too, back to the mid 70s. And if you're really busy this weekend, you can't do anything outside, Monday looks pretty good too. In fact, Monday might be the warmest day of the bunch, getting close to the low 80s out there. Really looking good the next few days. One of the major things that will get in the way, though, this is a little hurdle, the pollen. Of course, sunny and dry conditions only going to make things worse. Oak, maple, and birch, 3 of the big players out there. It's not going to be good if you suffer from allergies this time of year, because there's not going to be much reprieve from the pollen. But look at that 7-day forecast. You just got to keep looking at that and make yourself feel better. Look at Sunday, or today rather, all the way through even Wednesday. Things look good, but we are going to encounter a little hurdle there Wednesday evening. A chance for some showers. That's when that front gives way pretty much. And by that point, could be looking at some stormy weather to close out the work week. But it's spring. You expect the thunderstorms, the rain, but man, I mean, you just got to really have to savor the next few days.
Oh, man, make the most of this. Absolutely.
Don't even look ahead yet. This is too good right now. Let's just stay in the moment.
Live in the moment, right?
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Mike. From northern Iowa to the rest of the world, one woman's social media post is getting way more attention than she ever expected.
Yeah, that's right. Megan Heilich is trying to find her birth family. Now, she spent her entire life in North Iowa, but also has gone her entire life not knowing her biological parents. Megan doesn't know much about her mother, so she turned to social media for help. That's where she shared this picture and this letter that you just saw. She says thousands have shared her message. Now, Megan's hoping the right person shares her post so she can find her family. We wish her luck.
Yeah, absolutely. And you see that kind of thing all the time.
All the time.
You know, it ends up actually finding the people.
That's
it's amazing
true.
how it works.
It is pretty cool. Well, a pair of Kentucky entrepreneurs have come up with a way to get people and their pets working out.
Yeah, I think a lot of the pets might be able to use this one. The Lost Pound Fitness and Pet Center opened up this month in Radcliffe, and inside there are treadmills for 2 legs and for 4 legs. You see there, the 2 owners said they started out as a nonprofit rescue shelter, but got concerned about pet obesity. Researchers say more than half of our beloved pets are obese, and it's just as dangerous for them as it is for us. Maybe a little bit of extra motivation there at the gym. I know, you know, I just imagine, you know, a big dog running alongside you, you know, and they can always outrun the people.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, they're dealing with 4 legs. We only have 2.
Yeah, for sure.
They're already a step ahead.
Exactly. It'll be interesting to watch, though. It is 6:48 now on your Saturday morning.
That's right. We'll take a look at your money when we come right back.
One airline is dropping one of its fees, and we'll show you the McDonald's of the future. I'm Hannah Daniels in New York. I'll have those stories and much more coming up in your CBS Money Watch report.
Keep up with the latest news on WKYT.com. Join the conversation on Twitter and become a part of the WKYT Facebook family.
Welcome back at 6:51 on your Saturday morning. One food company wants you to lay off their sauce.
And an airline is dropping a fee. Now, you don't see that very often. Hannah Daniels has the latest on your money.
Hopefully the markets can rebound after a disappointing close last week. The Dow closed down 28 points. The Nasdaq lost 7. Here's something you don't hear very often, an airline dropping one of their fees. Delta will no longer charge customers extra to talk to an actual person when booking a flight over the phone or at a ticket counter. The phone fee was $25 and the fee for buying a ticket at an airport was $35. One food company plans to tell their customers to lay off the sauce. Mars Food, maker of Uncle Ben's and Dalmio, says some of its pasta sauces will have labels suggesting limiting consumption because of the high content of sugar, salt, and fat. The company says it wants customers to understand the difference between everyday and occasional products to help maintain a healthy diet. It's being called the McDonald's of the future. The fast food chain is opening a restaurant in Missouri that will have kiosks allowing you to customize your burger. It will also offer all-you-can-eat fries. The restaurant plans to host playgroups and children's book readings. The new interactive playroom will feature tabletop video games and light boards. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. In New York, I'm Hannah Daniels.
Welcome back, 6:55 on your Saturday. It is just going to be a gorgeous day to get outside. Meredith has a look now at what is going on out there today.
Oh, that's right. I mean, it is football time in the Bluegrass. Today is the Kentucky Wildcats spring football game. Now, it starts at noon at Commonwealth Stadium. Now, if you don't have your ticket yet for the big white and blue game, no worries. You can get them for free at the guest services locations outside of gates 1 and 4 starting at 9 this morning, or you can pick them up at the stadium's ticket office starting at 10. And today is also your chance to own a new or game-worn officially licensed UK gear at discounted prices. UK Athletics is hosting a huge surplus sale inside of Nutter Fieldhouse this morning. The sale will run from 9:30 this morning through the end of the spring game or at 2:30 while supplies last. And football, well, if that's not your thing, there's plenty of other events going on around Lexington. Today is also Kite Fest. I'll be down there today. The event at Jacobson Park helps kick off the spring season. Now, it's free, and for people of all ages are welcome to attend, so get your kids and get out there from noon to 4 today. It's a perfect way, of course, to get out there with your kids and enjoy this beautiful weather that we have. They'll have face painting and lessons on kites, food trucks too, and that's all at Jacobson Park from noon to 4.
Well, as Meredith just said, today is the day to get out there and do whatever. I mean, it looks beautiful out there today. Getting back into the mid-70s, a great day to spend some time outside. Sunny skies, dry conditions, and guess what? It'll stay that way through Monday, even Tuesday, most of. We are looking at some beautiful days of weather ahead of us here. The only thing that will get in the way, the pollen, that will remain high as we stay sunny and dry through the weekend.
I think we can deal with that, right?
Yeah. What's Kentucky in spring without some allergies, right?
It's certainly a good trade-off, really. Yeah. I mean, just to get out there, you know, without a jacket, looks good.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
We'll be right back for just another hour. WKYT This Morning. We'll see you then.